All right. He's going to do this. All right, you guys, welcome to PlayStation Showcase for, what is it? Are we in May? May 24th, 2023. It's the first showcase in close to 2 years. Very, very exciting stuff we got going on here. Obviously, so excited that the whole crew had to be here. Obviously, we got AJ, Wes, Miles. AJ, what's going on, man? You doing all right?
Hear ye, hear ye. This is a monumentous occasion, and the stars have all aligned for all of us to gather here today. Trust me, believe me when I say a lot of stars aligned for all of us to be here. And this is super exciting. I am stoked. This is a big, big event, and I, couldn't be more excited to be sharing it with you, Brian, with you, Wes, with you, Miles, with you, Game Cats, all of you, and just come together and celebrate the awesomeness that is video games.
Did you script that? Like, that sounds like it was written like 3 hours ago, and you like looked in the
Totally
mirror.
made that up right
You looked in
now.
the mirror, and you're like, "Oh no! What's a better word than sacrifice?"
Yeah, I thought of that while I was on the toilet.
Nice. What about you, Wes? Man, you feeling the excitement?
Dude, I'm so excited. Like, there aren't many days that we get to do this, that we get to wake up and we know that something awesome is coming today. Now, there could be 10 awesome things or there could be one awesome thing, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least one thing that, makes us make one of those awesome mouth gape photos before the end of the show.
Red arrow right here.
Yeah.
Put it to my cavity. I like it. And what about you, Miles?
I'm so excited. I genuinely feel, I keep saying today, this is going to be one for the gaming history books. I think we will look back on this day as being a significant one because it's been 622 days since the last PlayStation showcase. We approached like November time. Is it going to be now? Maybe it's in a couple of weeks, and it just kept being delayed. Not only has PlayStation got a lot to talk about now, but they're also leading the charge with everything that's going to follow throughout the summer. We've got Meta doing their showcase coming up. Xbox have their showcase. There has never been a more important time for Sony or PlayStation to make a statement, and it's definitely in the air. The chattering with the industry, and as Wes was saying, that there is different things people are going to be looking for. We don't know how many things are going to blow our mind, and to be honest, there are going to be some potential disappointments. Everyone has their own dream game announcements and the truth is everything we want isn't going to be there, but I think we're all going to walk away blown away in one way or another at what's to come for the next stage of PlayStation.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It was really amazing waking up today, and I mean, it felt like the good news was in the air from the second I opened my eyes today. Right, I woke up to reports from PlayStation themselves saying that PSVR 2 has sold way better than all of those analysts claimed it sold. 100% better, twice the sales, up to 600,000, and that was just in the first 6 weeks. And so here we are, 3 months into the PlayStation VR 2 life. And so if we haven't hit that million mark yet, we're sure too soon. It's now on Amazon.com. It's in GameStops. It's widely available. It's easier to get than ever. And then on top of that, we're about to have a showcase to convince people, if you didn't know why you needed a PSVR 2 before, this should probably do it.
Very important to note that they sold around 600,000 units in the first 6 weeks, with only being able to buy in PlayStation Direct, with little to no marketing, with PS5 supply chain issues, all these things, and it still managed to do that. That's why we kind of coined this term soft launch for how they've handled this.
Right.
And yeah, like you said, they're in local retailers now, and this is the first big. This is not a state of play. This is a big showcase that we've been waiting for 2 years now, something like that, 1.5 years, 2 years. That features PlayStation VR 2. So this is going to be a chance to look at the roadmap and what we can be excited to look for in the future. And I'm stoked.
Yeah. So Cosmodread. That's the reason we're excited today, right? Yeah. But okay, so I do have to say, like, it's just part of the whole excitement in the air type thing, right? It's like not only did we get a stealth drop, but we get a stealth drop of a game that we know is good, right? We didn't have to go, oh, let me go check this out and see if it's any good. And I'll come back to you in 30 minutes and with my first impressions, which I did anyway. and as it turns out, it's a great version of Cosmodread. But there it is, $15 on the store. Nothing like a nice stealth drop. So really happy.
And also, Brian, just on everyone's points, really, the thing that has always annoyed us about PlayStation is they're always so quietly confident with the way they behave with their marketing. Yeah. And it annoys us because we're always like, we know you've got stuff to show. Just tell us about it. We want to know. And that they're going to do what they're going to do. But the thing is, a showcase proven by the last, I think they've only done 2, right? They did the PS5 launch and then they did the one of like the first phase of PS5 once it came out. I think there's been 2 at the moment.
Right, because this basically replaced their E3 press conference, right? Is that right? I don't know.
I'd say so as well. But it showcases when PlayStation goes from their quiet confidence to we've now got something to say. There's a reason why their showcases have always broken records. Yeah. I think some of the most watched video game trailers of all time have been the Spider-Man 2 trailers, which is something we're all hedging our bets on seeing later today. And I just feel that the stars feel aligned. As you say, all the reports with how Sony are doing, they've had all that negative press about, has VR actually sold that well? And they've not really responded to it because you know what? They're going to do it in their own time. They know what the plan is. Yeah. And for me, it's actually been a really good month for PSVR 2 as well. Like a lot of cool games coming out. Some not so good games, but we've got a lot of games to deal with, whether it's Red Matter 2 or we've got Knock coming out tomorrow, which has been fun. So I feel like at the moment, lots to play, still lots of walkabout golf I still need to catch up on. And we're about to find out what is later down the line. And I know we're going to get to predictions in a moment, but I really feel that this is the day that we're going to see a really big VR. And like, we're going to get a sense of like, what is the future of VR?
Agreed.
Because ahead of MetaQuest's showcase, Sony needs to say, no, this is why we're the future of VR.
Yeah, I think that we never got a proper PSVR 2 launch event, and here we are. It's readily available, and I think this is it, man. I think this is the big PSVR 2 coming out party. So this is Sony's game to lose, man. Like they've got it. I will say what I'm really happy about is that same PlayStation, was it investor call, whatever it was, with all the PowerPoint presentation type slides that we saw earlier today with the sales figures. We also saw that all the different PSVR 2 games that they were really proud about, obviously only announced ones were shown there, but in big letters right across the middle was Resident Evil 4. And so I do think that would not be there if it wasn't the full game, if it wasn't something that they really thought was going to blow people away. So that's definitely a big hope today, is that we actually see that. So.
I think it will be. Wes, do you think we see Resident Evil 4 today?
Absolutely. I think we're going to see a few things that we already know about. I think Beat Saber's likely. I think Among Us is likely, but I think chief among those is Resident Evil 4. And you're right. It being displayed so prominently on that slide pretty much tells us everything that we were wondering about.
Do you think we'll see more of those games, by the way, guys?
You would think so. It's so difficult to predict.
Games? Is that what you're asking?
More of those games that were listed on that show, that little slide. There was stuff like, there was Resident Evil 4, there was Synapse, Ghostbusters, Foglands, Crossfire Sierra Squad. No Firewall on there, surprisingly. So
which if you exist on the internet, then you're like, it's not coming. They must have canceled it because that's how people act. Right. We got a couple of tips. Feel the magic. Hear the roar. Thunder Game Cats are loose. Tipped earlier, way too early, and anybody said something along the lines of, "What a great, it's showcase day." I'm doing my best to kind of keep up with these things. We got Wally's now Game Cat says, "Wes, please add Astrobot as in your 3D background," and he did it.
Got you. and he got you.
Wes
Boom.
Wes takes direction very, very well.
There's a couple things I hope for today, and one of those is absolutely an Astrobot. I 100% believe we'll get an Astrobot for PlayStation VR 2. I just don't know if it's too early. To me, my gut sort of says yes, we could see it because there's technically been enough time. If they went right to it, it could be some kind of hybrid title as well. But I also feel like it could be a game coming next year, either summer or later holiday.
I'm hoping that we see some stuff that's coming next year, next summer and the holiday. I'm hoping that we're not only going to see stuff that's coming up in the near future, but also a preview of things that are coming in the distant future. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Super Elastic Bubble Plastic Game Cat with the $5 tip says, can't thank Brian and his crew enough for creating and providing a place like PSVR 2. No space without Parole. Thank you very much, sir. We got Fluke, the Swedish Game Cat with the 50 Sekiro says, fungus in my garden, enhanced, confirmed. The hype is real. Don't tease me like that, Fluke. Bad news bears right there. But anything's possible. We got like Human Anatomy VR and in Brain Beats for PSVR 2. So why the hell do those studios still exist? No offense. Et.2k9.now with the $5 tip says, Cosmo Dread is coming for you, AJ.
It already did. I played it for the last hour before the show.
Jake Media with the $5 tip. PSVR 2 is balling out of control. Dutch DJs out there gifting without Parole memberships. Thank you so much, man. Spread the love. Danorama Pajama, the Game Cats, Llama. It says, let's go. Whoop, whoop. Hell yeah. Shapeshifter, the amorphous Game Cat with the €5 says, go Half-Life Alex, go Twisted Metal VR, go without Parole. How? Okay.
Twisted Metal, man.
Across the board, we need to get a thumbs up, thumbs down. Will we see? God, I can't wait until we can stop asking this fucking question. Will we see Half-Life Alex for PSVR 2 today?
I'm going to give a really annoying answer, which...
No. That wasn't an option. Really, thumbs up, thumbs down. No really annoying answer.
I'm protesting. I think, like I've said before, man, if there was one place to announce it, this is the place, this is the time. Get it out of the way.
That's my feeling.
Yeah. But I don't, it would be a big hype machine for PSVR 2 for sure.
Especially if they announced it and said, and for PSVR 2, it comes with like an expansion pack, like exclusive PSVR 2 content. That's how you'd really knock it. But yeah, it's got to. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen today.
Did you say knock it? Knock it? Okay.
Out of the park, yeah. Out of the park, yeah.
And we got a thumbs up from you, Wes. So I think we're doing pretty good here. Generally. Get in my belly, Game Cat Wilkins with a $50 tip. $50. God damn. It says good start on the pizza fund or new games. Hell yeah. Darth Vader, sorry for just rattling these tips off, but we do need to get to a few predictions before the show starts. Darth Vader, the Game Cat with a $10 tip says, Brian, AJ, Miles, and Wes, I'm so happy to have waited alongside all of you for this moment. Well, you didn't really wait because you didn't wait to play Village. But you know what? I'm not going to give you too much shit. This is our moment. Our moment down here.
You better wait to play Resident Evil 4, damn it.
Yeah, seriously.
Because that's going to be sick.
The PSVR 2 community, much love to the Game Cats from your favorite Sith Lord. Thank you very much, Vader. All right, so things other than Half-Life Alex. I feel like let's get things rolling with one bold prediction from first party Sony.
Oh, first party
Sony. We'll move to third party in a second here. We're gonna this is when we set up everybody with lots of optimism, so that just to ensure that when the showcase is over, everybody walks away disappointed.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna kick it off. I'm gonna kick it off and say The Last of Us VR. This is not a side story. This is not a Call of the Mountain. This is The Last of Us Part 1, a free update for everybody. Play that fucker in VR. That's my bold prediction. First party. AJ.
I would love to see a brand new AAA first party IP that's built for VR and is huge. And that would be what I want to see the most.
That's not.
So I
can't say what it's called because we don't know yet.
What, yeah.
But we'll find out when it's announced.
What kind of game do you want it to be?
I like that though.
I would love a big open world RPG,
yes.
or Yeah, I'd say I'm in the mood for a big open world RPG.
I'm always in the mood for that. Wes.
Returnal,
Oh,
1,000
I was going
times
to say, don't
Returnal.
say my one, but yeah.
Yes, I've been waiting for Returnal VR for a very long time. I think today might be the day
Yeah.
that we see it for the first time.
And Miles?
Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, Returnal was on my list as well in terms of first party. I'm just having a look through my wish list. I mean, I've always said that out of the Marvel games, if there was one that was going to lend itself to VR more, it would be Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's something. If they're going to tease Wolverine VR, Wolverine the game, it could be something they do like with the Resi 4 Witches and VR is in development. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have to show anything. And just as a general point, if I may, the reason I'm so excited for like the quality of potential VR titles today is actually because of a lot of brilliant indie developers we've seen with PSVR 2 so far. When I look at like the fidelity and resolution of Kayak VR Mirage from Better Than Life, when I see Red Matter 2 with Vertical Robot and how amazing that game looks, when I look at Strange Games doing a D-Day enhanced beta with 64 players and it worked really, really well, I'm just like, this is the technology that we're dealing with, you know, and this is what indie developers are able to do with it. So what about all these, you know, AAA developers that have got all the funding, you know, to really lean into it? And so I just feel that this is the moment where we could just see something that's really going to blow us away in ways that, you know, Call of the Mountain was great, but, you know, people want a full-fledged Horizon game. People want to play Forbidden West in VR.
Mm-hmm.
But this lends itself more. I mean, Returnal definitely, but when we get to third-party games, there's a lot of games on that list that I definitely would hope to see tonight.
Well, before we get to third-party games, we obviously know that Peacock and Sony have teamed up, and there's going to be a Twisted Metal TV series coming out soon. Do you think they're going to take advantage of that, and will we see a Twisted Metal game today?
If it's made by Fire Sprite, I don't see how it wouldn't be VR. Like, because they literally hired them on as a VR studio, so it'd be very surprising. But that is like one of my hopes and dreams. It would be a Twisted Metal VR. You look at what people ask for the most on VR. It's like Half-Life Alyx, Astrobot, Twisted Metal, and like BioShock. And Spider-Man or something.
Is BioShock
like
on the list because I won't stop saying it?
You're not the only one,
Okay.
man. You're far from the only one that wants like something like BioShock. Because, you know, that's the beauty of VR, is that getting to experience these amazing games in VR it's just a completely new realm of gaming that is, you know, obviously people are starting to notice now. And yeah, when you have all of the structure and everything in place and then can just convert it to VR, like it works. You know, we've seen that with things like Resident Evil Village and with Gran Turismo 7. That's what gets people to VR. And then, you know, like Miles said, the indies are kind of like what help evolve it, help figure out the technical aspect of it, what people really like, and they keep it going quietly in the background. They're kind of, indie developers are kind of the unsung heroes of VR.
Amen.
Yep. And then Wipeout. Wipeout's been the other big rumor, that there's a new Wipeout game in development. Will we see that today? Come on, Wes, talk to me.
Wipeout. You know, I don't know. I do believe that these rumors are credible, but they're fairly recent.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we would see that today, but I definitely think that it's coming because it just makes so much sense, right? The Omega Collection, probably the best racing game of its kind in VR, and it wasn't even built for VR. So for them to come back to that, bring out a new Wipeout game that's a hybrid game, makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
Is Bungie first party now?
They sure are.
Yeah.
They are technically, aren't they? Even though they've got a special relationship. Look, I'm just going to go with a bold prediction. It's one of the big hybrid games I've mentioned for a while now. Destiny 2 VR. Just put that in my veins. That would make me so happy.
That's what makes this so exciting. Is it's been so long since we've seen like announcements and we've seen what developers are working on. And this obviously being a showcase means that like they hopefully they realize, I'm sure they do, that people's expectations are extremely high for this. We don't really know what to expect, but we expect it to be very good. And yeah, the amount of IPs that Sony have access to, I mean, and the possibilities are just endless, and that's what makes it so exciting.
Yeah. All right, so I guess third parties is our next stop, and I'm gonna take the easy one, and say we're gonna see Metal Gear Solid 3, and we're also
nice,
because that's what people keep saying, man. Like I really wish if they were gonna reboot the series, they'd start at 1 and work their way through. I understand that 3 is the first one, chronologically, but man, I've seen fan things of Metal Gear Solid in VR. I've seen all sorts of different mods, and man, even with PlayStation 1 graphics, when I see Metal Gear Solid 1, PlayStation 1 being played in VR, I was like, this is a dream come true. So if they can make this happen, then that would be amazing. But what are the third party things should we expect, or could we expect?
Wes?
I'm going to say, there's so many that I could point to, but I mean, a lot of them would be like difficult to actually see happening due to recent changes and like the business aspect of things. I'm going to say that we'll probably see something from Ubisoft. Maybe Far Cry VR would be pretty cool.
That would be great. Is Splinter Cell and Assassin's Creed VR, are those still happening? Because we knew for a while they had a deal with Meta, but then now it's not exclusive anymore.
Assassin's Creed is still a thing. I think Splinter Cell got canceled.
Okay.
But they have a full-fledged, like really polished Far Cry location-based VR game. It's like a 30-minute thing. I'd like to see like a full-fledged Far Cry campaign in VR. I think that would be awesome.
And Miles, third party, and make sure you say Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, that's at the top of my list. Grand Theft, or at least GTA Online VR. I just feel that Rockstar, when it comes to their new properties like GTA 6, they're going to do that on their own accord. But when they do sort of these partnerships, and there's a bit of a story behind this as well, because I remember on Meta's showcase a couple of years ago, they explained, we've got Resident Evil 4 coming to VR, as in the original Resident Evil 4. And then what did Sony do? They came forward and went, with Capcom, we're remaking RE4, and that's going to be playable in VR, or there's VR in development for it. They sort of one-upped them. But the other thing Meta said was that they're doing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas in VR. So I'm like, this is another chance for Sony to one-up them by saying GTA Online. Just a few more games I'd want to mention, though. Dead Space Remake, if that gets a VR port, would be very happy about that. I feel like From Software, they've really pushed things out with Elden Ring, a VR version of Elden Ring, or Bloodborne. Bloodborne's been spoken a lot about today. When's it not been spoken about? Hideo Kojima's VR, he's got a horror project he's been working on. I think Hideo Kojima is going to be playing a big part tonight, and I think the Metal Gear Solid 3 thing is just one small portion of that, but we'll have to wait and see. And then finally, let's just go with an obvious thing, Beat Saber. I think the Meta Showcase is going to give the full reveal of a progression system and things like that, but I think we'll at least get a bit more detail today about when is Beat Saber coming to PSVR 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I didn't know we were allowed to give 5 answers. And
You've only got 4 minutes. Hurry up. Get caught up.
Go AJ.
Well, I'll get just like one in, which includes like 4. But yeah, I think there's a good chance we see. It'd be really cool to see Behemoth from Skydance Interactive.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see first gameplay footage of that, because all we've gotten at this time is a cinematic trailer. And it'd be great to see Aliens as well from Serbia.
Yeah.
That's a huge IP, and this is a big time to show it off. Wes, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, if we're just going to put our wish list out here, give me Hogwarts Legacy. That would be awesome. I'd also like to see a full-fledged Doom game, like a Doom Eternals, or even like, to go old school. It would be great if Fallout 4 finally came over to the PlayStation side of things, because that is an amazing VR game already.
And that was a journey on PSVR 1, right? Like that was like every other week it was like, is it coming? Isn't it? Oh my God, there's evidence. And it'd be nice to put that to rest finally.
And what
The
about
reason
Silent
I
Hill?
Silent Hill
that
would be great.
yeah, that would be awesome. It would make sense too. Like not many more games make more sense than Silent Hill Remake VR.
We got 3 minutes. We need some kind of countdown here. All I did, I don't know if this will help us sync up, guys, but I did do like the options and did like the 2 times speed to get my stream all the way fast forwarded to as up to date as possible. So I don't know if you.
Yeah, I mean,
wanna try
mine
that
is
too.
mine is red on the. It says live. We're good to go.
Yep.
So make sure everybody's
and everyone.
Mhm.
Everyone watching in the chat, I am going to do my thing. Do hit the like button because there are so many live streams tonight on YouTube, and for us to be up the rankings, engagement is really important. So if you haven't clicked the like button yet, please do. It really helps us out. And welcome to anyone who's not been to our stream before.
All right, guys. There's a ton of tips, and I don't think we're going to get to them ahead of time, but I copied and pasted them, and we'll make sure we hit them up after the show. Final prediction before the show starts, you guys. This show is going to last over an hour, likely 60 to 70 minutes as a guess. I want to get final predictions. How many of those minutes will be PSVR 2 and PSVR 2 hybrid games? How much PSVR 2 coverage will we get minute wise?
20 minutes.
You say 20. I'm saying 25 because I'm going to be super optimistic and feel let down. Wes? 10. Miles?
10.
Including hybrid.
Including hybrids.
Yes.
15.
All right. Pretty good stuff. In that case, we got just 2 more minutes while we wait for this thing to happen. Belgramy with the Game Cat with the 60 euro said Sony better deliver. Otherwise, I switched to Apple headset, which is coming soon. Maybe me too, man.
Get out of here.
Wog Griever with the 2 quid says if Twisted Metal is not VR, then... And then he put an emoji that didn't translate well to my notepad. 12, the backlogged Game Cat says hopeful for a Team Eco hybrid title, but it's just a dream. Dude, that would be Shadow of the Colossus in VR or even Last Guardian in VR. I'm with you. Dutch DJ, the Game Sloth with the 6 euros says we don't need Half-Life Alyx. You spoiled my brain with the idea of Astro Kart. Now it's all I want. Astro Kart would be amazing. Chrome Colossus with the $2 tip says, I'm watching this stream at cinema scale in the headset. I'm assuming amazing. Twitch of the single player Game Cat with the 2 quid says, I can't afford this tip. I don't know what you're doing tipping then. I'm sorry. I'll try to give it back to you next time I see you. Mikey D, Cosmo VR Kitty with the $5 says, will we see a real trailer for Behemoth? I hope we get more than just games on that released Sony slide. Great work. We're definitely going to see more than just the games that were on the Sony slide. If not, well, then you can fire me.
Loving this music.
You know what's really cool is one way or the other, no matter how it goes.
5 seconds.
Okay, I'll just shut up.
No, you're right. Say it, Wes.
Say it.
I was going to say, one way or the other, no matter how it goes, this will be the end of us giving Jim Ryan the benefit of the doubt. Either he's going to knock it out of the park, or he's not. But this is the end of the line for
I
that.
think we're good here. I think you're gonna be happy.
The Last of Us Part 3, by the way.
Yeah.
Flat screen game prediction. That'd be nice.
I predict that AJ's going to scream so loud we will miss an entire presentation.
I'm not gonna do it this time. We're gonna be good not to talk over while other people are talking.
Okay.
And then
But what was that?
and I'll try not to scream over announcements. I'll really try, I promise you.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
You have a
Here
mute
we
button
go.
for me, Brian? Just in case.
Not fast enough, no.
All right, I'll have my mute button if I need to scream. I got my own one.
Oh man, this stay tuned stuff is killing me. It's like here we are.
Mere seconds away.
Mere
Seconds away. It actually is this time.
Holy shit! It is actually mere seconds away.
It's
say
happening,
it.
you guys. Happy Showcase Day, baby.
Let's
go.
I suddenly just got nervous just now. Like that's like I don't know. I've been too busy to.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Let me know when you're
There we go. There we go.
Let me know when you're on this program contains mature content.
Not yet.
Let's go. Oh, here we go. I got it on my phone. But why isn't it here?
It's just gone dark for me.
Here we go. Here we
There
go.
we go.
Yeah, me too.
Rating screen just came up.
Rating screen right
Okay,
now.
tell me when you're on the
This
PlayStation
program
logo.
contains mature content.
Content.
Okay.
It may not be suitable for all.
I don't want to be too far ahead of you guys.
PlayStation.
Here we go.
PlayStation.
All right.
How did AJ get ahead of all of us? We're all perfectly synced.
Epic music. Happy Showcase Day. Haven Studios. Am I still ahead?
Yeah,
or-
you're way ahead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me when you see
Haven.
Haven.
Haven just came up.
Haven.
Here we go.
You want to know about us? Seems like everyone
tell me
does
what
these
you see.
days. It's simple. Too much money and too much power is held by
Billionaires.
just a few people,
Okay.
Panorama.
and it's only getting worse. So, we decided to do something about it.
It was like Watchdog.
Let's go.
Mary jeans, designer socks too. I got the swag too. It's a haiku. I'm something like you. Might drink and drive too. Work 9 to 5s when I was in high school. These shoes here don't come out till June. This my pick. I'll crop you. Married to the game. Said my I do's. Got a window seat like Erykah Badu.
Multiplayer.
Graphics these days.
Yeah.
Is Haven Jade Raymond's studio?
Yes. I think, right?
You ain't
Yeah.
got it, then you can't flaunt it. Pull up Lamborghini and Sonic. Pull up
Fair game. It's like a heist game, I guess.
Take it till you make it.
Nice trailer.
Still has a Watch
There's
Dogs
gonna be a
5.
lot
I
of-
think you nailed that from the get-go.
There's going to be a lot of great new IPs today that will blow us away, more than a lot of known IPs as well. Like, I think that's going to be the nice thing about today. We're going to go over a lot of surprises.
Hi everyone,
Hey,
I'm Jim Ryan,
Jim.
President and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Hey, Jim.
I'm delighted to be here today to introduce what's next for PlayStation 5. We're now into the 3rd year of the life cycle of PS5, and we've been fortunate to have so many fan-favorite titles released on the platform. What's even more exciting is that developers are just scratching the surface of what's possible with the gaming experiences that they create. Today, you'll get a glimpse into some of the most breathtaking and imaginative content that will be coming to PS5 and PlayStation VR 2.
Yeah, baby.
And now, what you've all been waiting for. Enjoy the show.
I like they keep mentioning PlayStation VR too.
Me too.
Here we go.
Super Earth, our home, our way of life. But freedom doesn't come free.
Helldivers and Starship Troopers.
Look familiar? Scenes like these are happening all over the galaxy right now. And you could be next. That is, unless you make the most important decision of your life. Prove to yourself that you have the
Helldivers.
strength and the courage to be free. Join the Helldivers.
Did y'all play this game?
No.
Nope.
No. I remember everyone was gung-ho about it, though, when it first came out.
I liked it.
Experience true
Ooh, this is more like, okay. This isn't as top-down as it was before.
the freedom to travel the galaxy
It's like Lost Planet.
and secure the
It's like
resources we
Farpoint
need
co-op.
to build a better tomorrow.
I tell you what, it would be
The
fun in
freedom
VR.
to encounter fascinating
Yes, it
life
would.
forms and introduce them to our
Yeah, with an aim controller, maybe.
This is looking cool.
the freedom to make new friends and represent the best of what Super Earth has to offer. Become part of an elite peacekeeping force and work together to spread prosperity, liberty, and democracy.
The only good bug is a dead bug.
Become part of something larger than
Do
yourself.
you think this is a like games of service type thing? Is this like
Become a legend.
it's gonna be one of those?
Possibly.
Maybe.
A Helldiver.
Like they're bringing it back, and you're gonna pay
The
for
first
it.
one was just co-op.
Becoming a Helldiver may result in decapitation
Yeah,
or
it's
morbid education.
Give me if it's coming to PC as well. They've said that with a lot of their live service games will have PC to obviously increase the player pool to begin with.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Sir, it's the hand.
Follow, but do not engage.
Maybe engage a little.
I don't want to say this for every trailer, but how cool would this be in VR?
For real.
No, it'd be good.
Yeah.
Well, let's just take in turns saying it, and then it won't be as repetitive.
All right, AJ, you're next.
AJ.
Yeah.
Nightblades have established a stronghold, and Kirkin seems to think you might not get me killed. Jury's still out on that one.
Looks pretty good.
I mean, that looks like a VR game.
Yeah.
Like it could be one.
They might do it where they show us a load of games and then do the whole, and all of this will be in VR.
Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
that
no.
hurts my heart.
This is going to be both flat and VR games. But I'm totally with you. That
I mean, the hand movements look a lot like Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And we all said that looked like it would be a great VR game, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
And supposedly it wasn't even a good flat game either.
It's pretty good in VR, actually.
Oh, is it on?
You know
play
what?
it in VR?
You can mod it.
Go back to roots. We don't need you here.
Every year, just the quality, the benchmark of games is just.
Like movies have no chance. Like,
Come on,
You know what I
PSVR
mean?
2 time. PSVR 2 time.
patience, grasshopper.
Say it, AJ.
this looks like Grit.
It looks like that Ghost Runner game or whatever it was called. And it's Ghost Runner 2. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, son.
Very cool.
Love Ghost Runner.
Gluttony in the chat asking how long is the event? It's over an hour. That's what we've been told.
Yep. Get comfy. Get your popcorn.
Yeah.
I should have ordered pizza.
What's your plan? Knowing you have only 66 days to live.
A terrible guitar player.
No, I thought it was a part of the chorus. Nice.
66 days to live, and you're a samurai, a ninja samurai.
Just
I guarantee this game's called
away.
66 Days to Live.
It won't make any difference at the end of the day. You know better than anyone else. That no one could escape.
The next Souls like.
Digging the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone wears a mask. You too. This is a real face.
He let you live? What secret did you sell him? Only a dead person can keep a secret.
That's cool.
place? You're suicidal.
Jenna Sequoia in the chat says, I think all games should have a rain mode. Totally agree.
Yeah. And somebody said in the chat, like, they called this Tenchu. Like, what if this was Tenchu reboot? Like what a way to bring it back, man.
Yeah.
So we all know Tenchu was never good to begin with.
Yes, it was.
I just like pissing people off, man.
Son of a bitch.
Watch the comments roll in.
Tenchu was a good game, Brian.
Everyone's gonna unsubscribe right now.
The sword fighting was really good.
Yeah, dude, sword fighting looks good. The movement system looks good. It looks a little parkour-y. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Patience is the key, Master. Time is not on his side. All we have to do is wait. Yes. Let's kill him with time.
I think it's something to do with time this game. I'm just getting a sense of that. I thought, not 66 days.
What's your plan? Knowing you have only 66 days to live.
Looks good.
Yeah, real good.
Get my heart back.
Nice.
What about it? Where's Abandoned? Is it time to show Abandoned?
Oh my goodness, if he comes out and takes his mask off and it's Hideo.
Like
Journey. Looks like Journey, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's definitely time for a new game from that game company.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think this is Journey.
Absolutely. Did you play Pathless? It was a PS5 launch title. Beautiful game.
Oh, sick.
Wow.
So they haven't completely abandoned games like this, which is good.
Yeah. Giant squid, yeah.
Cool. Music's great.
Pathless was a really cute short game.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah, man, this looks so much like Journey.
Yeah.
A little bit more evolved. It's like Tony Hawk Journey.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what is this?
Tony Hawk Pro Journey.
That's what Journey was missing. Skateboarding.
Skateboarding. And dolphins.
Yeah. Yeah. Old Darth in the chat says, this would make a great VR game.
That's good.
Journey was awesome in VR.
I'll quit it.
I'm so
Don't
tired
fucking
of
kill me
US.
over here.
Ghost Runner was too.
All I keep hearing is, this would be great in VR. And What's going? It was great in VR.
It was.
I'm like losing my mind over here, guys.
Oh my God. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Something special is about to happen.
A new world awaits you, full of dangers and mysteries, signs and wonders, things that I, in my garden, could never have imagined.
Think of the world we could build if we believed in ourselves. If we truly believed in what it means to be sentient. To face the universe without fear or delusion. Imagine vast cities full of life and light. Great towers rising towards the sky. So much would be possible if we believed, if we still had faith.
Talos Principle 2.
For what it's worth, the first one was a official VR game.
I bet it was pretty
Nothing.
great. Yeah, I never played the first one, sadly.
I think people compared it a lot to, was it the Souls Project or Transpose that everybody compared it to?
Solus Project, I think, but it's a bit more of a hardcore puzzler than Solus Project.
Thank you to Diet Pepsi Cat for gifting 10 memberships.
Thanks, Tiff.
Better see some fucking behemoth, Tiff.
Yeah.
Or Sheila.
This is cruel.
Hey, tugging at our heartstrings during a fucking Sony showcase? What the hell is
Listen,
this?
I'm here to have a good time.
Right? Here for a good time, not a long time, AJ. Am I right?
Spot on, Brad. I'm gonna go hug my dog. Where is he?
Seriously, I was just pushing Tornado off the desk before. Like, come back, I miss you. Everything's okay.
Here comes our VR guy.
Cat Quest.
I'm sold.
This has got to be a mobile phone game.
Cat Quest 1 and 2 are actually both extremely popular.
Yeah, this looks awesome.
I have them on Switch. I haven't gotten around to checking them out.
Seems like a mobile game, not a console game.
I love the art style. Cute.
That was fast. That was the shortest teaser yet.
I like it. Yeah, these have been really good. Thank you, trailers.
Please let this be the VR game.
Yeah.
Square Enix.
Squeenix. Monsters of the Deep 2.
Okay, it's a showtime!
I have a sneaky suspicion this is not what we want from Square Enix.
I take it back. It's a PvP, what is it?
Yeah,
A hero shooter?
with like Fortnite characters. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I love Fortnite. I just don't need more.
Wow. This just looks fabulous.
They threw a foam party in the middle of Manhattan. I mean,
Is it just Foam Party Wars? Sony had to have one of these games come up around now.
I've had 10 jokes come up in my head, but none of them I can actually say.
Yeah.
They're hilarious, though. Take my word for it.
oh, I bet. I bet. Dude, yeah, somebody at Square Enix was like, hey, you know Splatoon? Like, we definitely need one of those games in our catalog. This looks like... This kind of looks Splatoon-like.
Splatoon.
Yeah.
This definitely seems like it's aimed at the Japanese audience.
I just love seeing the...
Ready for the foam star party?
The PlayStation chat, live chat, is just losing it. Everyone rest in peace, Square Enix.
That's right, they're doing Final Fantasy 16 and 17 remake. They're fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
Welcome to the land of Mojo. Here we find Jot, the plucky squire, and his friends, Violet, Thrash, and pith. Our heroes protect the land from the villainous sorcerer, Hun Grump. They adventure to the edges of their realm, and even
makes me miss Bat Princess.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
There, Jot finds a whole new world to explore, with dangers, surprises, and attractively furnished accommodation. Our heroes must battle Hun Grump across the two realms if they are to save their beloved land.
Yeah, it does. It does.
This looks really cool. If it's got a platinum trophy, I'm sold.
Devolver, huh? They probably just published it. I saw the other logo. Studio I'm not familiar with.
All right, come on, let's do it.
Yep.
Right, they've warmed us up a little bit now.
Yep. I go.
Is it that new? I thought the Lego game had already come out, where you build your own car. Is it called Lego 4K or something? I can't remember.
I don't know.
I mean, it looks a lot like Minecraft the way it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it started, I did think about PlayStation Home. It's a PlayStation Home Lego. Nice.
Yep.
All right.
Not my kind of thing, but looks fun. I like destruction.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Not actual gameplay. That's definitely what we're hoping for.
Yeah, I'm sick of seeing gameplay.
Yeah. Just CGI from now on. That's all we want. Quick, turn arachnophobia mode on.
Yeah, this would not be good in VR.
The circle of life.
Please get eaten by a dinosaur and announce Dino Crisis VR.
Oh, for the love of God.
Oh, man.
At this point, I wouldn't even care if it was just Dino Crisis 4. Just
yeah,
not VR. Just make sure that series continues.
Oh, shit.
No fucking way. Did not see that coming.
Wow.
Yo.
What a thrill.
Wow.
Now the question is, who's behind it?
Yeah, we've been definitely wondering that ever since it got it kind of first got leaked.
Wow, they got the song going and everything. I miss this song.
Wait, is this abandoned?
Konami Digital Entertainment, it says in the bottom right. Is that what it says?
All right, well, and that's all we get. Oh, no. There's
oh, my
more.
God. Metal Gear
Collection.
Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2. Oh,
Master Collection. That's fine. That's awesome.
yeah, it's just like what remasters, remakes.
Probably remasters. I bet it. Yeah.
So they didn't say who's developing it.
No. Probably better we don't know.
Yeah.
Damn, Snake. I'm gonna have to play that again.
Shapeshifter says it was the last MGS I finished. Same with me, actually.
I think I finished 4, but I was drinking a lot back then, and I would pass out during cutscenes because they were like an hour long.
Yeah.
So I don't remember if I finished that game or not.
But Snake Eater, although everyone talks about what an amazing game it was, I remember very little about it. So much so that on reflection I go, was it just like a really short DLC? It's like, no, it's a full-fledged game. I mean, I completed it multiple times. Just
This looks pretty.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Yeah, this does.
Yeah, this looks very Breath of the Wild like, and
Yeah, I was gonna say, see, I like the fact that they do stuff like this, but the character doesn't look very like iconic looking. Like they've got the right idea, but make it like a mascot looking character, somebody that's like, you know, striking look.
Towers of Agazaba. That rolls off the tongue.
It rolls. I was literally about to say it rolls off the tongue.
Right.
Ooh, Final Fantasy.
Blind marches on. These people live with a knife to their throats.
You have to believe us. We'd help you if we could.
But you're helping us already.
We never asked
Here
to
we
be
go.
saved. Did you think we'd thank you? They'll never forgive us.
No, Jason, no PSVR content yet.
Yeah. Yeah, they better start showing some PSVR stuff soon, or I'm gonna lose that 25-minute bet real fast.
Yeah, that's
we're
true.
up against it, huh?
Yeah. The rest of the showcase has to be nothing but VR.
Unless they say this was all hybrid, and you're like, oh no, I've claimed it back.
The mother crystals are the reason the world is dying.
I think we can be sure that's not the case now with this game.
That's good though.
That would be bold.
This is looking pretty good.
Why aren't you dead? You are the bottom branded.
Tell me true. Do you
I think it
believe
needs
what I'm
more
about
foam.
to do is wrong?
I was forced to kill. You do it by choice.
They don't believe in me. They believe
Those
in
who
the powers
played
that
this so
guide them.
far have said it's amazing and incredibly dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have my attention, sir.
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Come to me, Ifrit!
That music.
What are the dominants? We are but mighty acts of God.
Enough of this. I use my talents to my advantage, and you would tell me there is shame in that?
We shared a dream! I would be the king of the world! The darkness has taken hold of you. It has made you forget yourself.
I don't want to be a monster. Clive.
I have to stop him! I have to save them!
I made a promise to my friends, and it is they who will give me the strength to end your reign.
Your efforts will avail us naught.
We fight. We survive. We endure. We don't need a reason.
Nice. I mean, they're really bringing it all back home, like real Final Fantasy looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen nothing yet.
I like it's got the darker tone too.
I love these long pauses.
I'm trapped here.
this nightmare. I write to escape.
Oh, Alan Wake 2, isn't it?
Every word is a step forward.
Yeah.
We're at the halfway point for what it's
Into
worth.
darkness.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale.
So you knew Al Victim?
Only the rumors. He was chasing a writer.
Someone knew they were here. Was playing a game with them.
Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us.
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead.
This looks good.
This would be great in VR.
I was about to say, you know, how it looked better.
Well, actually,
Here we go.
There's something I'm forgetting. Something important. Something's not right!
It's fucking awesome.
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
What's his name? Do we find out, or
It's
You know what?
Timmy.
No spoilers, okay?
You have to beat it.
Timmy.
I guess I have to buy the game to find out.
Yep. Assassin's Creed.
Welcome, Hidden One. You have died and been reborn.
Have any of you guys been keeping up with Assassin's Creed? Like, does this?
No, but I'd play it in VR.
Yep.
The first one I played was Valhalla. It was bought for me at Christmas, and I played 10 hours, and then it was at launch, so I'm meaning to go back to
We
it.
need to find a way to get you inside without being seen. You could bribe the guards to look the other way.
I shall see what flavor best suits me.
Embrace the fear. Quiet it. Find a stillness. And let's go. The stage is yours, Spasm. We will be watching.
250,000 people are watching the main PlayStation stream right now. And we've probably got half of that here as well.
Sure.
Thumbs up, everyone.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Well, they definitely filled their cat quota for the showcase. That's for sure.
Yep.
Checks in the mail, Tony.
Something for Emily as well in the chat.
Another
Yeah.
quest port.
This does look like Night in the Woods. That makes sense.
Revenant
Oh,
Hill.
or not.
Revenant.
Rise Together.
Oh, same devs. Okay. Cool.
Come on, Jim Ryan, come out. Roll your sleeve up. You got a PSVR 2 tattoo.
This is it.
He's like, let's go.
This is happening right now. Okay, now it's happening. This time, this is the one. Here it is. This one.
The final 25 minutes.
Maybe not.
Yeah. It's going to end with Jim Ryan on the stream going, oh, sorry, did I say PlayStation VR 2?
Yeah.
My bad.
I've crossed
My
paths
bad.
with many during my journey for true strength. I've also met my share of enemies. Opponents I had to overcome.
I've heard this is getting an
My
open
journey
world
knows no
component to it.
end. I will continue to do what I have always done.
When you said you were seeking strength, despite having no real need to do so, honestly, I thought you were a complete idiot.
Masters, he was set up.
I just want it to be known that in the chat, Old Darth has said this would make a great VR game for every single trailer that's come up. So at least.
Well, I respect the tenacity.
Someone's pulling their weight around here, and it's Old Darth.
It's probably worth looking into.
I think it's because we're quietly getting nervous.
Quietly.
Yeah.
I'm very visibly getting nervous.
Yeah, quietly but visible. Just see claw marks under the desk.
To set the world under his heel through violence. A veritable madman.
When you go looking for strength, it's not like a game. This journey doesn't
They
have
announced
a real
Beat Saber and that's it.
Right. And another affirmation from Jim Ryan that they're committed to VR.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this is
They're not like spreading it out really, but
does this mean there's just gonna be a VR section of the showcase?
Yeah, maybe.
Seems increasingly
When
like
they want everyone to leave, they're like, don't mind if people leave. Right. It's all the flat screen as well. This could be VR.
It's pretty.
It is.
far out, man.
Now let it be known, when I said 20 minutes, I kind of thought it would be like spread out throughout the show.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
This looks good. If it plays Metroidvania style, maybe I'll pick it up for the Switch.
One thing I am curious about with this showcase is, will there be a title that gets announced as being available as soon as the showcase is over? So, for example, you know, Last of Us Factions or something, like it's playable now, or some other live service.
I mean,
that'd be nice.
Like, don't get me wrong, this hasn't been a bad showcase, but like they've got to end with some bangers, right?
Oh yeah.
I do think that looked cool.
Yeah.
By the way.
Each time I see a game, I'm like, it's cool, but I'm getting more
This
and
looks
more.
very VR to me.
Because that's it. That's the game. It's the inverted. You know, where you go down the tunnel, but it's the other way.
Perfect World games.
In a perfect world, these would all be VR games.
Yeah.
X. Who edited this trailer?
mean, this looks really cool.
It does look cool,
right?
Tower of Fantasy.
The name could use some work, but the game looked really cool. Yeah. Monster Hunter?
Not Dragon's
That's there.
Not Dragon Age. Dragon's Dogma.
Okay.
Oh shit. 2.
You do not remember?
Wow.
Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You need
What the fuck was that? Some lion face. What was that?
Then where my
What happened? What I missed?
Empress Nadinia's life is in your hands.
It looked like not even a full lion's head. What the fuck, man?
This game had the misfortune of releasing around, I think, Dragon Age and The Witcher.
That is most unfortunate.
So good.
But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
All right, now I'm just hoping for a sizzle reel at this point. That's
For
I'll
real.
take a sizzle reel.
Yeah.
Welcome back for another week of career
Wow,
fulfillment
5 nights.
and minimal social interaction.
It's 5 nights.
We know how challenging it can be to find a place where you feel that you truly belong, and to find a job that treats you mostly with respect and only infrequently with contempt.
Good
For
friend
that
time in the
reason,
movie.
we are excited to inform you that you did an adequate enough job the first time around to have you back. Also, there were no other applicants. So strap yourself in and get motivated to an appropriate degree. Because you ain't seen nothing yet.
Wanted 2.
All right.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome.
Not so nice.
No shock, no surprise there.
Late 23.
And that was it, guys. That was it.
I better not be.
I hope you like
Here we
FNAF
are,
because that is it.
Here we go.
Yes.
Here we go, you guys.
Yeah. Finally.
Who's breathing?
Oh, baby. Full
Here
game.
we go.
Here we go.
Full
Here we
game.
go.
Oh my god. This looks so good.
How far could he have gone?
Oh god. I've got to play this.
This looks, oh my god, it looks so good.
Oh my
Yes.
god. I need this so much right now.
Yes.
Jesus, look at it. Oh my god.
Like I feel like this is a step beyond Village. I mean, I can't tell.
Oh
because
hell
it's-
yeah.
Because it's flat.
Developed for VR in a way.
Yeah.
Wow.
God.
Yes.
Dude. Full RIK or full arm? Oh, you can block with the knife. Let's go, Capcom.
I tell you what, I'm happy with
Let's
that little
go.
clip. That was
Any more information? Any more information?
awesome.
Yeah, in development
Nope,
for PSVR
just
too.
still
In development.
Love it.
No content. No
All right.
content this time.
I'd love if it said still in development.
Vertigo. Vertigo showing up.
Oh, forgive me, Father. For I've
No
sinned.
way.
Like, a lot. You see, everything started
Arizona
2 years
2.
ago.
Yeah, Arizona
when
2.
I met Fred.
They would have been crazy not to make this game. Arizona 1
Yeah.
sold so well.
It's like
Thank God.
Zombies, guys!
everywhere.
More zombies!
And lately, I've started to develop some
This is what I wanted instead of After the
destructive
Fall,
tendencies.
honestly.
Whoosh!
Yeah, actually.
What do we have here? Well, what's a bit of art?
Looking better.
Hello, uglies. Blah, 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 blah. And since I met my new best friend, I guess I get a little overprotective. Okay, very overprotective. I'd love to sit here all day and chew your ear off. I'll be right out, boy. But as you know, time waits for no man. Catch you later, Fred.
Look at these environments. This looks a million times better than Arizona Sunshine one.
Yeah.
Great trailer.
Yeah.
Looks like
Yeah, that looks
today's
awesome.
gonna be a
Cinematic, though, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
did they say
2023.
Did they say it's?
I don't know. It was difficult. I think I don't know. That last bit, I was like, that could have been real.
Wishlist now.
Majority of it did look. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll look too good to be true. Kind of thing.
Crossfire. I knew they were going to show Crossfire. Not Firewall. Wonder if that's telling us something. We're going to get a release date here. This looks fun, man.
Man, they're keeping up the pace here. Game after game after game now for PSVR 2. Let's hope that's not it.
Yeah, you spoke to Steve.
I did. I just jinxed it, man.
That was
They're like,
5
was that
minutes.
enough? Was that enough? Okay. Yeah.
That was 5 minutes.
Ah, jeez. It was a good 5 minutes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
there we go.
6 minutes.
Still going. What is this?
Is Colonel Peter Conrad. He was one of ours before he went rogue. We intercepted comms chatter referring to neurosynaptic tech, but they've gone dark.
I don't think so.
I don't have to remind you what's at stake here. We need that intel by any means.
Maybe?
This has got to be Snaps.
Yeah, maybe.
It's
Just doesn't have the art
connected to a mind
style.
synchronization
Synapse.
device. This is
Oh, yeah, here we go.
interrogation tech. We're out of time and out of
Let's go.
options. We've got to go in.
There it
This is
is.
gonna be
There's
dope.
the Synapse art style.
Look at that.
Yep.
There we go.
Well, come on then. Let's see what you're made of.
Oh, this is looking good.
Dreams.
Impressive.
Wow, that looks cool.
You made a good team on the battlefield. But don't forget, this is my mind, my war, my rules.
I need you to focus. The clock is ticking. You have to adapt.
Back again? Pathetic! Your heroics mean nothing!
You're getting
Oh, I
close.
love they got the
You're approaching the center of his subconscious.
wall mount mechanics that was rooted in Cracked.
They'll never break me!
I wonder if he
Great.
just bent the bullet. Did he
Looks
bend the
awesome.
bullets when he was shooting? That'd be crazy.
July
July
4th.
4th. Whoa.
Wow, super close. Here we go.
No surprises, but
Please
with
say
the
it's
queen
not.
pack?
It won't be tonight.
With a queen pack.
the Queen Pack indeed.
Oh, should we be careful of the?
I'm getting copyright claims left and right, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Come on, out today.
Yeah, say
Let's
it's
get
not
one
going to.
prediction right. Well, actually, we've got a couple right, but
I'd be shocked if it was. I'd want it to be just because of the meta showcase, but who knows?
Dude, out today would be awesome. I can't wait to be able to beat.
available now.
there we go,
on
now!
PlayStation
There it is.
VR
See you later,
2
guys.
With a queen pack.
That's actually really cool. I want to feel what it's like to play Beat Saber with the Sun's controllers.
Yes,
Right.
we got that one right. We nailed that one.
But is it a free upgrade? Let's find out. I'll find out now.
Oh. Whoa. Okay. I thought that was Castlevania for a second. Bungie.
Beat Saber's not loading on the store.
Shocker.
This looks cool.
This does look cool.
So we just saw a bunch of VR games. You think this is the hybrid section?
I don't know. I hope so.
That would be fucking cool, man. A Bungie hybrid game.
This is crazy.
Right? What? That's so cool.
Nice.
Back where it all began.
Up. Up. Oh, no. Never mind.
I don't even know where to begin.
In VR.
You've missed so much.
Wait.
We've slain gods. Vanquished nightmares.
Is this still Bungie?
Yeah.
Fought alongside
Bungie.
those who we once fought against. I wish you could have been there.
Yeah, me too, kiddo. But hey, I'm here now. Wherever the hell here is.
Final shape.
Did it definitely say Beat Saber was PSVR 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, Firewatch.
Contract site coming up.
Resident Evil
15
4.
seconds.
Oh.
10 seconds. 5, 4.
Not the burger.
3. 3 gunners. Here we go.
Teasers are fun, but I know nothing more about that game than I did 30 seconds ago.
Here we go now. Last of Us and Spider-Man 2.
I hope that wasn't all the VR. Did we get a time frame on that? Like 6 minutes?
Oh yeah, and
It was 8 minutes.
Eight minutes.
Are we really going to watch a trailer for the Gran Turismo movie right now? Is that really happening? Well, good for them. This will be the last time we see it then.
August.
Thank you for joining us today. Before we get into our final game, I have a few announcements to share. At PlayStation, innovation is our passion. And that applies to not just what games you play, but how you play them. Later this year, we will launch a dedicated device that enables you to stream any game from your PS5 console using remote play over Wi-Fi. Internally known as Project Q, it has an 8-inch HD screen and all of the buttons and features of the DualSense wireless controller.
They're trying to do their own Switch.
But it's more expensive when you throw it against the wall.
We look forward to sharing more information in the near future. I'm also pleased to reveal our first ever PlayStation earbuds, which will bring next generation audio immersion to PS5 and PC. They simultaneously connect to smartphones via Bluetooth. New wireless technology will deliver lossless audio with low latency, giving you outstanding sound quality while you're playing.
Yeah.
Look out for more details soon. We hope today's showcase demonstrates our continued commitment to delivering experiences that surprise and delight our players. I want to thank all of you for your unwavering support for PlayStation.
I don't know if unwavering is the right word, but sure. I'm ready to waver.
I'm wavering pretty hard right now, honestly.
Oh, it's Kraven the Hunter, isn't it? It's from Spider-Man 2.
Oh. Yeah, I guess this would have to be the last.
But
last game.
Surely the Last of Us factions. How can they?
You grow slow in your old age, Sergei.
Stop it.
A fate you will not share. I've been in your shadow for hours, but you sense nothing. Pathetic. I asked for an equal, and this is what you find.
Sir, perhaps a new hunting ground.
Light the fires. The great hunt begins.
Lizard sighted in Queens. Closing in now.
Cover the door. The beast could be anywhere.
You have no idea. This whole lizard hunt ends now! Leave Connors alone! Craven wants a hunt? I'll give him one he'll never forget!
Hurt the leg of that spider!
He's gonna wish he never came to New York!
Stand by and take orders. Satellite scanning all active feeds. Triangulating position. Target located at Harlem Fish Market. All teams converge.
Lizards across the river. I'm not gonna make it in time.
Switch to Miles. Knew it.
Miles, the hunters tracked Connors to the Harlem Fish Market.
Lizard. I'm on it. Sounds like Craven's checking off his...
We don't have much time.
It was always going to be a question of, is it going to be like Grand Theft Auto 5, where at any time you can switch characters, or is it going to be story beat related, so you have to play?
Genki, the lizard's loose at the fish market.
Must be sushi night.
You still got that hunter drone you hijacked?
Been really tough hiding it from my mom, but yeah, I'll boot up and see you there.
They got here fast. Can't let him find Connors, or he's done for.
Spread out. If you find the lizard, don't engage alone. Look at those fish. It's been feeding.
Never saw it coming. So, how's the hunt going?
Watch out for his new powers!
Judging by the 3 tons of dead fish, not well. All right. Where are you, Connors? Garage might lead to him. Connors tore through this place. He's out of control. Now. How'd you find me?
Follow the fish. Drone's picking up Lizard's trail.
He's still eating. We can catch him off guard. Genki, get behind me. It's just his skin.
Doesn't that mean he's getting bigger?
Hungrier too. Whoa. Hey, man. New threats?
The building's swarming with hunters. Any sign of Connors?
Yeah. Genki's tracking him.
Hey, Mr. Parker. Mr. Spider-Man, I mean.
But the data's incomplete.
Okay, I think I got a lock.
Genki, wait! Be chill! That wasn't me.
Me neither.
I don't even have a stomach, so...
Let's go!
Go, go, go! Take him alive!
A lot of people in the chat are asking if this is spoiler territory. Although it seems like they're revealing a lot, I can imagine this is a slight misdirection on what the whole story is going to be about. Like, Insomniac are very good with their marketing.
This is really, really exciting.
Keep it tight, man. Watch out for those drones.
Don't worry. They think I'm a
This
friend.
looks phenomenal, though.
Take him out!
The East River is not a river, but in fact a saltwater tidal flat. Spider-Man is fighting on right now! Everybody down!
Help the tour boat! Frank, I've got the metal murder bird!
I warned you about going after Connors. Now this is on you.
Poison
clouds. That all you got?
Almost done here. Civilians are all safe. How you looking?
This gunship won't quit!
I'm right behind you. We'll take it down together.
No time! I got you. Time to go boom, boys!
Oh, no! Spider-Man, it's got... defenses! Spider-Man, hang on!
Over there! The one with the tendrils! Move!
Come on, let's go! He's right behind you!
I know!
Whoa! Ski faster!
Fly faster! I do not want to be lizard food!
Got him! Hold on!
Look out! Everyone, take cover!
What are you guys doing?
Trying to take out that gunship! Can't get close enough!
But I can! I'm one of them, remember?
Bro, that's it! Hey! Alley-oop on 3!
Time!
1, 2, 3! Alley!
He got away from us.
It's good, Pete. I saved the tracker. Let's go, man, before he gets too far.
No. He's mine.
You sure? He's got big teeth.
So do I.
He's not normally like that, right?
No. He's never like that.
Nice.
I'll tell you guys. This was
Please do just one more thing.
This is
right.
This was a really good reminder.
Just one thing
of what happened to me early in the PS4 era when I felt like I was like losing interest in gaming, and I see a big thing like this big last 5-minute presentation of Spider-Man, and I just don't care, right? I know you know. I think Miles, you're still a big flat screen gamer, but like I started losing interest in this last generation, and this just isn't changing anything for me at all. I saw a couple of games during this showcase that I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Like maybe I'd be interested in playing that. But the bigger and more epic games get, the more grandiose. It's like I feel like I'm just like, nah, it's just not what I care about.
Yeah.
At least on flat screen.
I don't have 50 hours to sink into your flat game, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a massive fan of the Spider-Man games and that, but I would even say Spider-Man 2 was like the obvious title that everyone was expecting today. And actually, even if you look at Kind of Funny and everyone's predictions, they thought Spider-Man 2 was going to be shown way earlier because it's the thing everyone knew.
Mm-hmm.
making room for something else.
Yeah.
So the fact they ended with it is quite shocking to me. But
yeah, it's a little scary on many
a little bit more
levels,
like a
what we
state of
saw
play.
here.
Like a very long state of play.
That's what they ended on. Crazy.
I like that.
Nice. I don't know, man. I don't know. So I mean, like,
dude,
but
there's so like we were saying, this is the one where all of the first parties that have been working on stuff. We've got Carly Barlog's new IP that he's working on post God of War. You know, where is Santa Monica? Where was Astrobot and Asobi Games? Where is Naughty Dog? Like, where? I'm genuinely shocked. Like, where the fuck are they? Like, even if they just had it flashed on screen, you know. But there's been absolutely nothing, and I'm genuinely shocked by that.
Yeah, it's not even the VR stuff that like you're talking about here. It's like just like a lot of their first party stuff, like London Studios, Rumored Shooter, and Wolverine, and it's like a lot of this show was a lot of stuff we already knew about, and so that's what makes it kind of weird. It's like the timing of it is like you want some surprises, and there's a couple surprises in there, but
pretty rough on the VR end, man. I mean, there were 2 games that were announced that were new games. Both of them were third-party sequels to Gen 1 indie VR games. So not that they didn't look cool. Like, to me, they look cool, but are those games going to sell headsets? I don't think so. We still have no idea what Sony's doing in terms of first-party VR. And I'm shocked that I'm sitting here saying that right now.
Resident Evil 4, man.
Dude, that looks incredible.
Look, I'm not really, I'm not like mad or whatever, because we're getting Resident Evil 4. I mean, it seems like, it's the full game. It's the VR mode. They announced it just like they did Resident Evil Village. People are going to kind of overlook that. People are going to probably treat that the same way they did with Village. But the fact is that Village is, one of, if not the best PSVR 2 games out there right now, and I expect Resident Evil 4 to be one of the greatest VR games of all time.
Absolutely.
And that's a huge deal. And Arizona Sunshine 2 looks pretty nice.
Looks
actually
awesome.
All of the titles they showed look nice to me.
Synapse looked great. Arizona Sunshine looked great. I mean, the stuff they showed was cool. It was all third-party stuff, though.
It's all third-party, and it's and none of it was like a huge, like you said, like a first-party surprise or something. Nothing really surprising here.
I mean, Resident Evil 4 was obviously the star of the show for people like us who are mostly interested in the VR stuff, and I mean, like, I don't know, man. I guess we won't know until we actually see it in the headset. But to me, it just looks like that Capcom learned some tricks while making Village, because it just looked, to me, this looks a lot better than even Village looks in the headset. And the VRAF mechanics, like obviously, AJ, you pointed out during the trailer that you're blocking a chainsaw with your knife. I mean, like, this is all stuff that we saw in the original RE4 and in the remake, but being able to do that in first-person VR with 2 hands in the game, I think is going to be.
It's 2 arms. It looked like at least 2 arms.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like the floating hands,
Yeah.
or maybe it was just hidden well.
Village
but it
had
seemed
arms
like
too, right?
Village, I think,
had 4
had
arms?
like 4 arms. Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah.
All
right, so now obviously there's a few things to talk about here, but what introduced the PSVR 2 segment seemed to come. I don't know. Is Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2? That didn't say PlayStation VR 2 on it.
It didn't say VR, and even in the small text at the bottom, it didn't say VR.
Right. So it's really interesting that that's the trailer we saw right before there was a very obvious switch over to PlayStation VR 2 games. And so, and of course, even like the head movement and stuff in the at the beginning of the trailer looked very VR-like.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is. I'm sorry to interrupt you,
Please.
but it is listed as a VR2 game on the PlayStation blog.
Oh, cool.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Good, because you had me wondering for a second. Now I'm like, wait, was that not a VR title?
It was just weird. It was just a weird way to do it, because they didn't show the PSVR 2 headset till after that trailer, and then they went hard into PSVR 2. So yeah, that was
just as an update, Beat Saber is now listing on the store, but just the PS4 version. But keep the chat. Yeah, I know.
What if that was a PSVR 1 DLC drop?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, definitely gonna be playing some Beat Saber tonight. That's for sure.
Oh no! As soon as this is over, I'm going to be jumping on Beat Saber. Well, it's not up to us. It's up to the store.
Yeah,
we're playing it. If not, we'll play Knock.
I'm gonna bring the Arizona Sunshine 2 trailer up because
I have to say that trailer, man. Even if it was just cinematic, I like the feeling. It like the style. It
looked like Dead Island in VR. Is what it looked like.
Right. It had a Dead Island vibe to it in its character style. And for me, it just showed a new sort of confidence and level of prestige from that developer. Like, they would have learned a lot from what they've done before. New generation. I'm really excited to jump into that.
Yeah, I'm curious because obviously at the very beginning it says not actual gameplay, but then it's like, well, at what point does this become actual gameplay? Like, are these scenes that we're seeing in first person with actual weapons? Is this gameplay or isn't it? It looks a little too good for. We know full well that Vertigo has signed a deal with Meta to make sure that all their next 5 games or whatever are all going to be on Quest platforms. But I mean, I don't know. Like this would be a huge leap forward for them graphically. I think if any of those scenes are actually gameplay. This looks really
well, for what it's worth, I mean, After the Fall is a very good looking game on PlayStation VR 2 and PC.
Sure.
So I mean, I'm sure there are multiple versions, and we've got Quest 3 coming, by the way. So,
true.
It could be better on the mid end as well.
It is nice to see it's 2023. Yeah, I never quite understood the love for Arizona Sunshine because it was a little janky. And so if they could make a nice zombie game that's co-op and and a little less on the jank, I think it'd be really, really good. I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, me too.
Synapse. Sorry, Looper the Underground Game Cat clarifies, says the blog post says free upgrade for Beat Saber, including music packs. So the long-awaited question has been answered.
There we go.
Nice.
All your shit will transfer over.
Hell yeah. And that's a big deal, man. Look, I know for a lot of us that have played, been playing VR for several years now, we played Beat Saber specifically for 5 years. It's not like a huge deal to us. But this is like an essential title to have in the library. And for a lot of people who this is their first VR headset, this is like a must-have. So I'm pretty excited. Well, I'm not like excited to super excited to play it or about the announcement of it or anything. I'm just excited about it being in a place where it belongs.
Agreed. I mean, we have so many tips to get caught up on, but before we start diving back into those, guys, just overall thoughts on the showcase. In terms of obviously, I think it's so easy. Sorry, on my end. It's so easy to shoot for the stars. It's so easy to say maybe this is when they're going to go really hard on VR. Maybe this is when they're going to convince people that PSVR 2 is something that they absolutely need. And I don't think they really did that. If that was their mission, I don't think they succeeded. But I'm still relatively happy with what we saw, and I think a lot of that hinges on just how amazing RE4 looked. But to see 5 Nights at Freddy's, RE4, Arizona Sunshine 2, Crossfire, Sierra Squad, Synapse, and then get the surprise drop of Beat Saber. I don't think that's too bad. If we had gotten a showcase last year, and this was just their next showcase, I think it would have been a pretty good one. But I think I was personally expecting a little bit too much because I felt like there was 2 years of games that were building up here, and we didn't get 2 years of games.
Well, this is why I sort of made the point earlier about the fact that a lot of the questions are around studios, a lot of which are flat screen game creators. And the reason I say that is because in the context of a showcase and how everything was done, I thought actually the PlayStation VR 2 offering proportionately was actually decent. For me, some of the things that really caught my attention most were the PSVR 2 titles, and I'm not just saying that as a VR fan. I didn't feel like we were short served it wasn't like they had all these massive hitters and then there was just nothing to show for VR2. It's like, no,
it straight up looked better than like a good, at least like half of the early on stuff. I mean, if not more. I agree with you. I can't tell if it's just because I'm more into VR or if it's it just straight up does look better overall than most of what they showed in the showcase.
So yeah, no, I think everything they showed looked great. I'm conflicted here because again, we always find ourselves in this position, right, where it never quite lives up to our expectations. But for me, I was expecting a lot more. Maybe not in terms of quantity, like it was around what I expected in terms of the minutes. But I was expecting first party, at least one first party,
right?
You know, shocker, you know, and that just wasn't there.
Yeah, it's like the thing we talk about, this hard launch of like, what is the thing that's going to get the next wave of customers to buy PSVR 2? Now, Beat Saber might be a part of it, but I kind of feel like Beat Saber's a game that people that don't own it that's not going to change their mind about it. They would assume Beat Saber's going to be on there. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking about people that aren't into PSVR 2 but have maybe been considering it. So maybe that will get a few more people to pick up the headset saying, oh, it's out now, I might get it. But yeah, we're looking for that first party or big third party IP. You know, we talk about like, you know, the Grand Theft Autos and the Destiny 2s, and it doesn't have to even be that big, but just something with massive IP that's going to bring people across. Yeah. And the fact that Five Nights at Freddy wasn't showcased as a VR thing, again, we're assuming that it was going to be a VR title, but if it doesn't say it on the top corner, I feel that's a missed opportunity as well, because there'll be a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's fans or horror fans who would have gone, oh, it's a VR title. So yeah, it was interesting.
Well, if it's any consolation, this is better than what I'm used to. to be honest with you, I'm not even joking. Like between the state of plays and getting, you know, what we've gotten, and then between what we're seeing now, this is legitimately the best they've done so far. So, yes, it used to be that bad.
And there's something reassuring about knowing that, like, we didn't see a great showing for flat screen PS5 games either, especially first party stuff. They've got 20 something first party studios, and we saw a little bit from Haven. Saw a little bit from Bungie. Marathon could be cool. I mean, obviously, Marathon has always been cool, but you know what I'm saying? It's like we're pretty sure that Twisted Metal's in development. We're pretty sure that there's a Wipeout game in development. We're pretty sure that there's 18 studios over at Sony that we don't know what they're working on. And after this showcase, we still don't know. So that there's something about that that's reassuring. That's like, okay, not only did we not get a great showing of like first party PlayStation VR 1, PlayStation VR 2 games, and what I mean by that is we didn't get any first party, right?
None.
But we also didn't get what we expected for the flat screen either. So I think there's got to be an element of Sony being so far in the lead this generation that they kind of don't have to compete too hard. They can sort of keep their cards close to their chest and not reveal all the stuff they're working on. So I think until Microsoft starts getting caught up, we might just be kind of witnessing this conservative era of Sony for maybe even the rest of the generation.
I think that they're more focused on diversifying their platforms now. Like, did you notice that a lot of the stuff that they were showing there, they were even some of the first party flat games, they were advertising for PlayStation 5 and PC.
Yeah.
I think that they're looking at moving into mobile platforms, moving into PC. And for that reason, they don't really look at Xbox as much of a competitor at all anymore.
Yeah. I mean, like as always, you know, there's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to get that's amazing. It might be like from like State of Plays or something shown there. It could just very well be PlayStation blog stuff. At the end of the day, though, like the platform gets really good games, gets a good amount of them that are pretty awesome. And yeah, their marketing just unfortunately is always hit or miss. Whether And the worst part about it is like we have to kind of hear about it. People say, "Oh, there's no games coming. There's no games for PSVR 2 that are good." And it's like, well, they just showed Resident Evil 4. Synapse looked really good. Arizona Sunshine looked good. Crossfire, FNAF. These are all really likely mostly good games. But yeah. I don't know. It's like you said, there was no big like bombs dropped moment in this showcase, VR or non-VR. I think in the entirety of the showcase, there wasn't this like surprise after surprise kind of thing that we've kind of come to expect with these. If you remember the first PlayStation showcase, PS5 showcase, like it was mind blowing. The announcements they had, things like that. It was like a perfect showcase from start to finish, and that was with no VR. So yeah, I think they could do a better job overall, and hopefully this just means that there's just more coming down the pipeline in the future. I mean, obviously that's what happens every generation with PlayStation. Is the second half of the generation is usually the strongest.
Yeah, part of me thinks I mean, again, with the absence of first party flat screen stuff there, I don't know if this makes any sense at all to say, but part of me thinks Sony's still very nervous about putting PSVR 2 front and center, because there's always so much backlash around VR that it's very possible that we could see a state of play in a few months. We could see anything that would be better suited in their eyes for VR. But let's rate this, you guys. Out of 10, Miles, how was this showcase for you out of 10? And that includes flat screen stuff, man. Just overall, in general.
Look, I have to keep in mind that you feel very differently straight after it than if I just give it half an hour. If I walk away for half an hour and then think about it in context. But I think I'm going to eventually come back around and think it is a 8, maybe 8.5.
Wow. That's pretty high. Wes?
It is pretty high. But I was expecting a 9 or a 10 tonight.
Okay.
It's difficult for me to rate because I'm still kind of peering through the disappointment of my own hype and expectations.
Sure.
I don't want to undersell how awesome Resident Evil 4 and Synapse look. Those games look amazing. And Arizona Sunshine, for what it's worth, I like more than most people. Like that, I've got as many hours in that as I do most VR games. I've played through it so many times with so many different people. I'm hyped that we're getting a Arizona Sunshine 2.
Yeah.
With that said, I expected more. I'm calling it. I'll be generous and call it a 6. Like it was very average to me overall, the showcase, and that's going with flat and VR. I was expecting a lot more, but the things that were there were great. I mean, as far as VR goes, the things that were there were awesome. I just expected a lot more.
AJ?
For the games that were shown and everything, not in the way they were marketed, not in the way they were presented or anything, but for the games that were shown and everything, 7.9. But or an 8 if you want to just round up, because I do think they're like I said, Resident Evil 4 is a huge deal. That's going to be really, really good. Some of these other games look okay. How do I feel about it? Like a 7 out of 10 for the showcase.
I feel very aligned with what AJ's saying. Like feeling wise, I feel a lot less. I'm sort of benchmarking it up of how I'm going to feel when I walk away. Also, I'm very aware a lot of the chat thinks I've lost my mind with my score. But I'm just keeping it real. I think that we went in with a lot of expectations. I definitely want more. I mean, I've just tweeted, my thoughts of like, where's Naughty Dog? Where's Santa Monica? Where's Astrobot? And I've said, where's the first and third party IP?
They'll be in the PS blog. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah,
they'll be here.
Yeah, they'll go on the blog. It'll say GTA Online is going to be on PSVR 2 now on the blog.
Yeah, I'm kind of at a 5 out of 10 to be honest with you guys. I think it's really cool. Like I said, I think the games that we saw were good. I don't think I looked at any of the PSVR 2 games they showed and was like, right? I want to play all these games. I obviously want to play Beat Saber tonight once it gets on the store. I want to play Synapse day one, Crossfire, Arizona Sunshine 2, Five Nights at Freddy's. Help wanted to, you know. I know not everybody loves those games, but AJ and I did, that's for sure. And dude, I can't undersell RE4. Like I really do think that as far as PSVR 2 goes, as far as buying the PlayStation 5 and a PSVR 2 headset, just being able to play Village was worth the price of admission alone. Like, I love Village, and I'm starting my third run of that game already. And so to get another game of that caliber from the same studio, in the same franchise, right? That looks like it might even be better than the game that I would buy a PSVR 2 headset for. It's pretty damn cool, right? And we're getting, and I mean, they didn't put a date on that or anything like that, but like, I feel like we're going to see a lot more of that over the coming months. I would be surprised if that wasn't a holiday release or an October release or something along those lines, right? And so that's something AAA to look forward to, and it's right up my alley. So, and I think that's what really saved the showcase for me more than anything else. So I am super stoked for that game, and just kind of mild on the rest.
Thank God that was there, right? Thank God that was there, man.
All right, guys, we're going to go through some of these tips just to give everybody their due. Time to play VR. With the £2 says, this is like the World Cup of VR. I want to be very clear. He said this before the showcase started. Slappin' Bass with the $5 tip says, Ape Escape VR, let's go. That would have been cool. I love Ape Escape. Josh Cat with $10 tip says, congratulations to the Without Parole crew. We finally made it to the promised land. All gravy now. Enjoy the show, Game Cats. We deserve it. In retrospect, a lot of these tips are awkward to read. Looper the Underground Game Cat with the €2 says, how about doing Ratchet and Clank Astro style? I'd be down for some of that. Burnsy8709 with the £5 says, I missed the podcast. Do you not upload there now? Using YouTube drains my battery. It doesn't play on standby mode. Love the show. It gets me through work. Burnsy, I'm really, really sorry. I'll have to check in with Jay Meow, our podcast guy, and see what's going on. I know sometimes life gets the best of us. So, but don't worry, man. We'll make sure that those start getting uploaded on the regular again soon. Asian Panda 510X says, I'd rather be here than anywhere else that streams the event. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you all for hanging out with us today.
Izzard with the £5 says, big up Rob Pop with the eyes on the chat. Hell yeah. Shout out to all the moderators who make my life better each and every day. Andrew Bailey with the £10 says, excited to share this event with you guys and the Game Cats and stuff. PSVR Zest with the £5 says, Gary the Gull, PSVR 2, bring it on. PSVR Zest, why weren't you streaming this as well? Dutch DJ, the Game Sloth with the €2 says, hit that like button, please. Doing Miles' job for him. GC13, the Diet Pepsi Cat with a $25 tip says, great to see PSVR Without Parole community out in full force. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, I saw 1,300 people hanging out with us during the show.
Amazing.
A lot of PSVR 2 faithful out there, man. Original Uber Bitch, the Bearded Game Cat with the €10 says, manifesting PSVR 2 content. The power of positive thinking only gets you so far. Je ne sais quoi with the $10 tip says, I'm not convinced yet, and I don't think this show convinced you. Waleed, this is now after the show. Waleed is now a Game Cat, specifically White Tiger with the Canadian $2 says, no Half-Life Alex, no Grand Theft Auto.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys about that. So that's a good point. Do you think this is it now?
Right.
Do you think this is this means what we kind of were expecting that, well, at least I was, no, just kidding. No, what we were kind of thinking that, if we didn't see Half-Life Alyx here, do we think it's time to let that go?
No, not at all. And I want to say something just about my overall attitude after this.
Yeah.
Just in case anyone is wondering, my faith in Sony has wavered 0%. I still have complete and total faith that we're going to get these games that we're expecting. My disappointment stems totally from that I can see why people would be skeptical of that. Like we know what's coming, but it's getting harder and harder to argue against the naysayers. But no, logic would tell me that we didn't get this stuff now. They're holding it for the holiday season. That's what I think. But
well, the good news is we'll see a bunch of great PlayStation VR 2 games at the Meta Showcase whenever that is.
Well, also
we'll see tons of them.
I mean,
next Wednesday.
I know you're joking, sort of, right? But also the Future Game Show has said, hey, we're going to be showing off Quest 2 games and PSVR 2 games. It's very likely, like Jeff Keighley's a big VR guy. I just made that up. I don't know if that's true. We could very well see PSVR 2 games at the Summer Game Fest. And I do feel like that Sony, I think with Sony's priorities and the way that Sony looks at VR, I do feel like that if they said, hey, what can we sacrifice from a showcase for Future Game Show? What can we sacrifice from a showcase for Summer Game Fest? I feel like VR is sort of like what they'd be willing to sacrifice more than anything else, because it's not going to really affect, what 99% of their audience thinks of their show.
Blackish Justin says no Twisted Metal reveal either. Yeah, that's another one that's like, wow, like they showed another Gran Turismo trailer, but not anything on Twisted Metal. Like, really? It's just weird.
It just seems like they're holding back so much stuff right now,
or it's not ready.
I mean, and not for nothing, Brian, but Jeff Keighley is extremely connected at Valve. He's done documentaries on the development of Half-Life, so that might be something that they're holding for his Summer Games Fest. I mean, who knows at this point?
I mean, holding back though. I mean, this is the place where you can have a buffer of time. You can say this is what's coming in the next 3 years. Like you could go as far as that probably and say, look, like this is just an announcement. Just remember, just like text on the screen. Like that's all you needed to do. And they didn't even do that. So it's just, I don't think it's, I don't know.
And that's exactly why I think they're being that's why I say they're being so conservative, because they could have announced, hey, Killzone VR, hey, Twisted Metal Hybrid, this, that. Like they could have gone through 20 first party studios and just said game after game after game after game after game that's all being worked on, but they didn't. They're being super conservative because so far Microsoft hasn't actually shown anything to worry about, right? And Sony's killing it as far as the console wars go. So I don't know. I think they're holding back quite a bit.
I don't know why. I think they're hurting themselves holding them. If they're holding back, they're hurting themselves in this case. Kind of like with what they did with Gran Turismo. It's like they should have announced Gran Turismo coming to VR way longer so that there was like all this time to build up excitement, build up hype. I think when you don't give enough time to build up is counterintuitive.
Yeah. Double M Gaming with a $2 tip says there's a few titles that showed on the PlayStation VR 2 store now. I just went through the PlayStation VR 2 store. I didn't see anything that looked new or out of place to me, but maybe I missed something.
And Beat Saber keeps being unlisted and relisted, and it's not what we want. It's not the PS5 one. So I can just imagine there's some poor soul working late on a PlayStation in London, like going, maybe I need to refresh this. Why is this not working? Like we set out now, like an hour ago.
Right, and I think you nailed it. Poor soul, meaning one, and probably poor intern.
Yes,
I can't imagine whoever's working on the store gets paid because I.
Who was asked, can you turn the lights off on your way out, like by everyone else who went to like the executive party to celebrate the showcase? Yeah.
Wow.
Bless them.
Bless them. I think we got one more tip here. We got Stephen Blaylock with a $2 tip says, I still don't see Beat Saber for PSVR 2. Well, that makes all of us.
Yeah, give it some time, man. Give it a couple hours at most. This is like some of y'all are acting like this is your first time being here. like there's never been an event where it's actually available. It takes a little bit.
Yeah.
Available now-ish.
That would have been better stated. But all right. Well, guys, I think that's going to do it for the showcase. I think that's going to do it for our coverage of the showcase. We really, really appreciate all you guys hanging out. This was a lot of fun. Man, I will say they really tested my patience because they waited so long to show any little drop of VR. And I'm just like, I mean, the thoughts going through my mind were out of control. And I was just thinking, I wonder if anybody would be interested in an Apple VR channel for just a minute there.
But the last thought on the VR they showed, there was not basically every VR game they showed was a game that I was like, I can't wait to play that.
Yeah.
Like every game was like one I'm really excited to play. In my opinion, is everyone else agreed on that?
Well, for me, and I know you guys are sick of hearing this, I especially in like the first 30 minutes, I was like, man, that's going to be great to mod into VR. That's going to be awesome to mod into VR.
Yep.
So like, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that that came out of it.
But that's what I love about the perspectives on this show is like you have the sort of modding experience with it. For me, and I know it's annoyed a lot of people in chat about the score I gave it, I am a flat screen gamer as well. Like that's just it. So I have looked at it as a whole. And yeah. Whereas Brian is just only VR. And that's why he runs this place.
Only VR.
I'm very...
And Fortnite.
Until my Polymega shows up. And then I'll be all TurboGrafx 16, baby. That's what that's going to be all about. Guys, please, if you don't already subscribe to AJ at PSVR Underground, click the link in the description below and subscribe to him. If you're platform agnostic and you like all VR, not just PlayStation VR, make sure you click, or if you just like PlayStation VR, that's cool too. Click the link and subscribe to Wes over at Virtual Strangers, where he hangs out with his own crew over there. We got Miles Dyer, who does all sorts of craziness on his channel. Dude, it's a roller coaster ride on YouTube.com/Miles, isn't it? You're kind of slowly excommunicating subscribers from 17 years ago and slowly picking up new PSVR 2 subscribers.
I hit 48,000 subscribers again, because you remember I said it on the channel like 2 months ago. I was saying I hit 48,000 last night, but I didn't say anything because I'm now back to 47,998. Basically, I'm gaining subscribers, but I'm losing all these old ones. So I've basically hit 48,000, that target, probably 10 times in the last 2 months. So it feels weird. But my target is to hit 50,000 by the end of the year. But tomorrow I'm doing something that could change it all, Brian.
What's that?
I am going to be doing an extra Let's Play of the one and only. What was the one that got 2.5 out of 10?
Hello Neighbor. Search and Rescue.
Do we say that name? Yeah, Hello Neighbor. But the deal is, as soon as the game crashes, I'm ending the live stream. So let's see how long it lasts for.
Let's see how long it lasts for.
Oh shit! On a side note, David Hayter has a voice in Synapse.
Oh, I hope it's David Hayter's voice in the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, because I don't know, man. David Hayter is Solid Snake. Let's not screw that shit up, Konami. Not again.
For real.
All right, guys, please go subscribe to all my co-hosts. Please hit that like button on your way out. And thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out with us and checking out this showcase. It was a good time, and I can't wait to see what the rest of the year brings. This is not the end of it, you guys. This is not the end of it. What is this, Beat Saber? Is it available for PSVR 2? Is that what you're showing us? What are you doing to
or is it not available?
Is that what you're doing? Newsflash, still not there.
It lets me download it to the console though, but just the wrong version.
So it's Beat Saber will be available when Miles hits 48,000. It's there. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's there. No, it's not.
So look, what am I at now? I'm not going to celebrate even if I do hit it. I have hit it, but for now. But tomorrow I'll be back. On Friday's show, we'll go for it once more.
All right, you guys. Have a good night. We love you all, and we'll see you very soon. Good night.
Peace.